Interesting morning in the markets today. Welcome, traders. It is November 7th. Yesterday, pre-market in the room we mentioned also because we went into SPX went into like a positive gamma exposure territory to expect a little bit of a tight day. And that did just happen. I myself was in a crude trade literally for 4 hours just to take a scratch because I guess you can call it a little bit of arrogance and greed, but it was confidence too. I had a 70 tick target. I told the guys, I was up 50 ticks and I let price come all the way back against me. I did not protect profits. Anyway, that's just the way I trade. I'm looking for targets, kind of a vol kind of a guy, liquidity guy. But let's talk a little bit about sentiment today and what we did. When the bond markets open, the yield curve dropped, gap down. We expected when this happens, part of sentiment is obviously market is confident. The equity market's going to be confident. Look at a Fed watch tool and the probability of the next meeting of rates being pretty much not going anywhere. As far as the probability of it being increased is a very small chance. Okay, this gives sentiment. Okay. Creates a little bit of a sentiment. We also saw when the 10-year opened, the TNX, on TradingView, you could put TNX for free as the yield curve for the 10-year, gap down. Okay, another thing we kind of look at, dollar was topping off here, double top. So it told me, okay, it could weaken, even though it shows a little bit green pre-market, doesn't mean dollar is going to be up and the correlation, non-correlation equities will continue selling off. Now, some of the markets like, small cap and Dow, it can do relatively put brakes on the rest of the equity like the large caps and NASDAQ. But this still gave us some confidence to get in a long and look to stay in these longs. So we're looking at the correlation of currency. If I could put something on that I'm building, another chart that I'm building out here to kind of keep track of is these correlation markets, you see. Crude's been a little bit weird lately because, intraday it'll give you this sign of, correlation, coefficiency, and then obviously went into the negative. So crude selling off didn't mean that equities will sell off. It meant exactly the opposite. Additionally, here we see that the currencies are getting in a little bit of positive state. So as far as like what it does, one versus the other relativity, we're watching that. In our group, we want to be open-minded and look at these, at least if you're only going to trade, say, only the two major equities, okay? Then we will, have some sentiment going in and some confidence, right? Okay. Now I'm going to talk about the levels that we do. I put out the Asian market from Sunday to Thursday, every day of the Asian. Very simple process, but let me delete for those that know me, I'm quite a big gamma exposure student for about a year and a half, almost 2 years maybe now. Okay, so the levels we put out during Asian session, long above mid, short below mid. The extra line I have here is the open of the Asian session, kind of just looking at the whole overall week. And we see support being brought in every time we hit these levels overnight. Now, when market opens, pre-market, and I had a first 6 point long target above at where Bookmap was showing it. So I got out, I snagged 6 points real quick, and then at the open on the pullback, we went in for a long. Point is, guys, and this was on ES. Point is, guys, is right now, let's get back to the levels. I told the guys in the room, we're a little scattered here because we're doing spreads, we're doing swing spreads. We got another gentleman doing day trading spreads. I think the group is very, very well versed in how to have traders come in and identify something better for their personality. We're not just one trick pony. And so another reason why we added the levels, because it can give you a view of different markets to trade, whether they're correlated or not. So the levels, are based on where the market is expected to test one side or another, and or if it doesn't, at least take high probability trades on one side or the other, looking always for like longs only, shorts only on one or the other side of these midpoints that we give. So 44 is an area that actually, it's a very, it's a big call wall there for those of you that are gamma exposure traders. And obviously we see now hindrance at that 44. So for me, done for the day, almost 20 handle on the Apex account, about 18 or whatever after commissions, 2 trades. Makes up for a little bit of commissions and just whatever day yesterday. Again, you just move forward every day, new day, right? Okay. Let's get over to our gold. Our gold, gold wasn't doing much all last week, right? But then I said, and I mentioned in prior videos, this thing tends to move while we're asleep, yeah? While Europeans are trading and stuff like that. So short under at Asian, and it just stayed short, got almost to our range that we talked about, that we gave around, at the open of yesterday. So you got that if you're looking to trade gold. Russell just being a little bit funky. I wasn't even a participant nor looking today. I don't think many of our traders are, but we added that as something for our traders. Crude oil, right down to the money. I mean, so no secret why it's kind of hanging on over there, right? So crude oil short overnight. You could have just found opportunity to refade the pullbacks, for a good, $1.50 moves or whatever like that. 6E was short all night. Didn't hit our targets exactly, but if you took advantage of some of these pullbacks, if you're a 60 trader, at least you would have known. If you're just like a machine, I'm not a machine. We're all human. We do have emotions. Anyway, i.e., that's why I'm against a little bit of the books that kind of, preach that you should become one. You can't be a robot. You can try to be one, use an algo, whatever the heck you need to do, try to be. Anyways, YM, again, not as extended as I thought it'd get. The levels sometimes it isn't necessarily going to happen. You could make a lot of different plans around that. But again, if you're long, it's like it's dragon being drugged by obviously large cap and TAC, right? TAC and ES being the one that's largely traded by most of our traders out there. And then a third of all is the crude, It's really nice, clean move, short of the mid, bam, bam, boom, done. Wish I had a day like this in crude yesterday. Actually, it played around with me all day over here. Where are we at? Around this area. Where are we at? Somewhere here. Got me a little bit over here, so I was going for a higher level, but anyway, I had a goal to get above here. So these guys from Friday that sold, this was Friday, these sellers, they held up when we were here yesterday. And again, I don't want to call it arrogance or greed. I had a target on Bookmap to try to get up there, and Bookmap was actually telling me yesterday, you are making a big mistake, pal. So I gave up those 50 ticks, 50 whole ticks, trying to get 20 more ticks. Just being honest there. So it wasn't a fantastic day to come in and make a video yesterday. I mean, it's not going to be impressive at all, but at least I'll talk about that, summarize that. That's it for the day. I mean, really, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to finagle around and be in here all day no more. Few hour a day, if you can get what you need done every day, have some context, have some kind of idea what the sentiment is, at least on equity, and then run with it, okay? And over time, you'll see, I'm confident, of course we can't legally promise this, so that's why I'm saying over time I'm very confident, if you follow and stick with us every day, same thing over and over and over again, you'll find opportunities. Risk management and everything, I'm not a coach in that. I got a lot to still even sometime apply myself there with, but that's still your own businesses, what account sizes you're trading, how many contract you're trading, if you're trading micro or if you're trading mini, okay? All 7 of these markets that we give levels for do have micros available for them, every single one, and they're liquid, so you should be just fine trading those micros if you need to stay small. Okay, that's about it for the day, everybody. Again, we're getting about halfway mark to getting this 150K done conservatively. No aggression, no mega scalping, no over leveraged 10 lots. Why? Because we want to play this for the long run, right? We don't want to inspire people with dollars and, oh, look at me, I made $8,500 today, and then tomorrow I lose 10. You know, it's the guys that are doing this. I'm not gonna bash, but I will say it's a wrong gesture to give to new traders. If you want longevity, you got to trade like this. This already alone is a very leveraged business, okay? And so just if you want to do it without stress, without sweaty hands, okay, and be consistent over the long run and do this as a career, I highly recommend the way that we trade, because it's, you know, size is important. You don't have to trade the way we trade. I'm saying we're not here to show dollar, we're here to show performance. If you take back, let me see here. If you take back all of our daily levels that we've given over this last couple of weeks and go and back test them all in your charts, you'll see that most of them work out really good, and one or the other will give you a good opportunity to make up for maybe one that didn't work. Okay, so it's not about being a god or a guru and look at me limelight crap. It's about being here to show consistent behaviors, things you can do to get you consistent in this business, because you, in order to do it, you're going to have to make some sacrifices. Some of the sacrifices being that, again, stop following guys that are showing 10 lots and that they made X. They're here today, they're gone tomorrow. Either that or they're playing a different game. They're gambling with these fund and trader programs. They're buying them when they're super cheap. They're probably taking 20 of them out at a time. They might, you know, from the 20, they'll fail 15. They'll pass 5 of them through. They'll pay the fee for that too. This is like gambling, guys. From the 5, they'll blow out 4, but one of them, they'll hit a homer and they get a nice cushion, 10, 15, 17 grand. They brag about it. And that's good. Hey, if that's their model, let it be. But make sure if that's what you want, that's what you go for. Okay, last thing I'm going to say, you know, we had a comment again the other day. I need to see your trade results if I'm going to, well, everything we give every day, you can apply yourself. Me showing dollar, other than the fact that I'm showing traders how to that I'm in the journey with you to pass this thing on an Apex, or, you know, proving to people that we can spread trades. I'm one of the only guys in the market came out in the retail world before anyone else to expose it. I ran into this by accident. Showing dollar, you know, is not going to, it should not impress or reflect your results. You know, I might be trading with a lot more money, with a lot less money, but at the end of the year, or the end of the week, or the end of the month, my percentage is what matters. You know, again, I gave a guy percentage one time in a Facebook group. I said, oh, you know, 10% a year on spreads, and it's very small because I was trading a small 10 grand account. You know, if I said a 35%, whatever, the guy said, oh, that's bullshit. Let me tell you guys something. Everyone's perspective, they can keep it to themselves. When we're here doing this on a channel that barely pays us some nickel and dimes, we do this because, 1, it's a passion. 2, it keeps us in line. Remember, coaching is improving yourself at the same time you're coaching, right? So it helps. It improves me. It improves the other guys in the room. And it keeps a positive feedback loop. So let's not get above our heads. Let's not stay negative. Let's not be pessimistic that this stuff doesn't work. It works. You got to find an edge to make it work for you. So again, that's why, again, in our group, we're a little bit diverse still. We have spreads. We hold our ground. We don't take BS. You know, sometimes it gets a little edgy. I get a stamp at somebody because I'm trying to prove a point. It's not the dollar. It's the action. Okay? This is what we do every day. We have a lot of other things to offer, to show some time and share. We have Bookmap order flow to share. We have levels, liquidity. We have spread trading to share in our premier group. And it's not, I don't think, outrageously made up for anybody. But again, we'll keep the sales pitches aside. Looking at our levels, guys, I think we've done a phenomenal job again today, getting in the market early, creating our sentiment based on where's the currencies, the indexes, where is the yield curves opening relative, so then we can make a confident plan. Look at that on equities, okay? Get your goal, get your trade plan after that, and then you're done. So I'll be working on, anyway, that doesn't matter here in this channel. what I was going to say next, but this is rinse and repeat every day. When we stay consistent, we're going to have consistent results. Everybody have a good day. We'll be back again here tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and trade safe. Bye.